Yeah, my daughter was always the challenge. First time we went to Hershey Park, she made the height limit for the Comet, which kind of freaked me out, but she wanted to go. So you know what the Comet is. It's the wooden one that's all rackety and, the oldest one there. And she's like white-knuckled, holy fucking terror the whole time, screaming. And we get to the end, and she gets off of it, and she says, Daddy, when you're on it, you're just really scared, but when you get off, you realize how much fun it was. Yeah. Can we go again? Well, of course we did. Years later, she's the one that's getting me to go in the line for the front car of every single ride, so she challenged me. I had this thing going for years that I thought, gee, if I ever skydive, it's got to be before I turn 60, because then I just won't. This is before I discovered that I had a little bit of a fear of heights. But my daughter, in the months before I turned 65, sends me video of her skydiving above Tucson. So it's like, oh, fuck. I'm not 65 yet. So for Father's Day, I'm going to go skydiving. Okay, my phobia. I've never really been able to be, I love heights. I took flying lessons. I like being in high places. I've been in a hot air balloon with my daughter, of course. But I've never been on a fire escape or that iron thing next to the castle wall that you can see down. My issue is not having anything below my feet. This became really aware of this when I was taking the kids down, Route 66. We're in Chicago on Navy Pier, and one of that great plexiglass, Ferris wheel. My daughter, of course, hops in with her cousins to the clear car and has a blast. My son, I figure, is going to be a little scared, so I'll be in the next car with him. So we get in the plexiglass Ferris wheel car, and I have a major panic attack. You look down, there's nothing there. And it keeps going up. My son's on the edge of the car, on the seat, banging against the wall, laughing like a crazy person going, Daddy's freaking out, Daddy's freaking out, Daddy's freaking out. I'm going, fuck, what is this? Oh, it gets better. We're on the St. Louis Arch, where you go up the little elevator, which is really claustrophobic. I'm going to the kids, just breathe. It'll be okay, just breathe. We get up to the top, and you lean your belly on the carpet and look out the little window, and you see the courthouse a mile away, and it's like gorgeous. And then you look down, it's like, oh fuck, I have to get out of here quickly, immediately. My daughter's going, just breathe, Daddy, just breathe. Okay. Well, I taught psychology for a number of years, and one lesson I used to love telling is about facing your fear. As a lesson in life, you don't seek out the things you really like because you habituate to them, and then you miss them. The first time you shoot up heroin, you get a huge rush, and then your body fights it off, and you're just sort of high for a while until the heroin wears off, and then you feel bad. It's called withdrawal. By the 50th time you do heroin, there's a little bit of a high, and then you're a little bit above the baseline, then the heroin wears off, and you feel like horrible shit, and you become an addict. A lot of nice things are kind of like that, unfortunately. I met some guys in Ocean City one day at a pizza parlor. They're having a blast. One guy has a hat that says Elsinore. I want this hat, so I'm starting to talk to these guys. They're skydivers, and they're just higher than kites. And they've been skydiving for years. Reverse the sign, people. Instead of it getting the high from the heroin, here's skydiving. First time, horrible, terrible fear, then sort of afraid while as you're falling down, and then you land and you feel kind of good. 50th time, you're a little bit afraid. You're slightly above baseline, and then you land and you feel wonderful. My life, first time I gave a lecture when I was 25, peeing my pants practically, my knees shaking, freaking out. After 30 years of teaching college, I go in, I'm a little bit aroused. above baseline during the class, and I leave the class feeling like God. Father's Day. I have to go skydiving now, right? I have the whole 2 miles up. I finally surrender. I give myself up to the tandem guy. I'm going out of the plane. My heart's going. I'm out of the plane. Less than 250 milliseconds later, I'm just flying. It was great. The video lady takes my hand and swings me around. I video. It's like I'm having a blast. I land, and the lady's daughter says, "So how do you feel?" And I just say, "Can we go again?"